The vote was unanimous. 67 civilizations, each represented by their most distinguished diplomats, raised their appendages, tentacles, or energy fields in agreement. Earth was out. Humanity's aggressive expansionism and disregard for established territorial boundaries makes them unsuitable for continued membership in the Galactic Council, announced Prime Coordinator Zeth Carey, her crystalline form shimmering with what Ambassador Sarah Chen had learned to recognize as smugness. Effective immediately, all human vessels are barred from Council space. Sarah stood from her seat in the defendant's booth, her uniform crisp despite the 3-day tribunal. You're making a mistake. We've been your most reliable allies against the Void Devourers for 2 decades. Your species' contributions are acknowledged, Zeth Carey replied coolly. However, your recent colonization of the Kepler disputed zone without authorization demonstrates a fundamental incompatibility with our collective governance model. As Sarah's transport lifted away from the Council station, she watched the massive structure, a fusion of organic curves and geometric precision that had taken 40 species to design, shrink in the viewport. Humanity had helped build that station. Now they were persona non grata throughout half the galaxy. The journey back to Earth took 3 weeks. 3 weeks for the news to spread through quantum communication networks. By the time Sarah's ship entered the Sol system, everything had changed. Admiral Marcus Rivera met her at Luna Station, his weathered face grim. The President wants a full briefing, but I'll give you the short version. We're not taking this lying down. Marcus, we can't fight 67 civilizations. We're not fighting them. His eyes gleamed with something between determination and madness. We're replacing them. The next 6 months blurred together in a frenzy of activity. Earth's industrial capacity, already impressive, shifted into overdrive. The asteroid mining operations in the belt expanded exponentially. Shipyards that had been producing exploration vessels retooled for something far more ambitious. But it wasn't just ships they were building. The Kepler colonies were just the beginning, President Lagos explained during a closed-door session with the Security Council. If the Galactic Council won't let us play by their rules, we'll create our own game. They called it the Terran Expansion Initiative. While the council members retreated into their established territories, nursing their wounded pride and expecting humanity to come crawling back within a decade, Earth was busy making friends with the unaligned worlds. The Rigel Commonwealth had always been wary of council bureaucracy. Earth offered them direct trade agreements and defensive pacts. The Centauri Free States, tired of being treated as second-class systems, welcomed human investment in their infrastructure. The scattered colony worlds along the rim, forgotten by the major powers, suddenly found themselves courted by Earth's diplomatic corps. Within 5 years, what had started as a collection of bilateral agreements had evolved into something unprecedented, the Human Colonial Alliance. Earth wasn't just the capital anymore, it was the heart of a growing federation that spanned 3 spiral arms. The turning point came during the Second Void incursion. The Council, weakened by internal disputes and their stubborn refusal to adapt their military doctrines, found themselves overwhelmed. Their desperate plea for assistance reached Earth on a Tuesday. Sarah, now Director of External Affairs for the Alliance, stood in the same chamber where she'd once been humiliated. But this time, she wasn't alone. Representatives from 43 human allied worlds stood with her, their flags creating a colorful backdrop to her words. The Human Colonial Alliance accepts your request for military assistance, she announced to the stunned council. Our terms are simple: recognition of our sovereign territory, formal diplomatic relations, and a seat on the security board. Zeth Carey's crystalline form had lost much of its luster. The Council agrees to your terms. As the Alliance fleet moved to engage the Void forces, Sarah allowed herself a small smile. They'd wanted humanity gone. Instead, they'd created something far more powerful than a single world could ever have been. Earth had built an empire. And the galaxy would never be the same.